My name is Nick Whittington, and I'm a music guy. I work at Fusion Academy. I am the music instructor. I got my education at University of North Texas for jazz studies on guitar, which I do some of that. I not only teach music, but I'm also a musician myself. I play in bands. I play guitar mostly, but then I also play drums. I play bass, keyboards, usually do some programming here and there. I'm a DJ as well, and I do that probably the majority of the time every other night. So I'll DJ at night, then get to home and take a nap, and then come and teach kids early in the morning, and somehow I make it work. I don't know. You know, it's kind of weird. I started with the idea in high school that I was going to be an aeronautical engineer, and somehow just music was calling to me, and I picked up the guitar and knew at that moment, whenever I started understanding guitar more, I was like, I really want to do this. I want to find a way to make a living doing this. As far as what got me in the door, though, it was probably I had band directors and other music educators that were in my life that really pushed me to be my best. I've always loved rock bands, like different kind of rock bands, like whenever I was growing up, which was in the late 90s and early 2000s, whenever I was in high school. I really liked bands like Incubus, because I always felt like they had like something unique and something different that they did that wasn't the expectation, I guess, at the time, although they had their sound. It's kind of hard to say because everything inspires me. Like literally everything drives me to want to do music in some form or fashion, even things that aren't the weirdest stuff. I love messing with technology, and I love like programming. I love messing with like Raspberry Pis and Arduinos and all those little things like that, and making and soldering random things together. But even in that stuff, I find musical things that I can do and play and goof off with it. So you step, 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 walk away, and then. To me, DJing is also kind of one of those funny things where I got tired of hearing bad DJs. I'd play in cover bands and we'd have a DJ and I just wouldn't do the best job, and I would think, man, I could do that. But when I started approaching it, I started seeing the excitement of taking songs that were popular and songs that weren't, and finding ways to make them work together, and finding cool, clever combinations that could play with people's emotions and excitement. And this, I don't know, it's also kind of like a marionette kind of effect, like, you know, kind of dance puppets dance. Being a DJ can be exciting at times, but there are definitely times where it's not as exciting, depending on the crowd, depending on the venue, like the situation, or what I'm having to DJ versus what I want to DJ. But it's really still probably one of the coolest feelings in the world when you have an entire floor full of people that are all having a good time, they're all dancing, and they all love the music, and they all, like, you know, get along. And so it's cool to be above that and be in sort of like charge of that.